We had so much fun fan casting the MCU X-Men movie that you know we had to do another one for the Fantastic Four, so let's get into it. Reed Richards is a tough nut to crack. Play him too straight and he comes off like a D-bag. Play him too goofy and you get the first Fantastic Four movies. I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt can walk that line of a scientific genius who balances the two great loves of his life, science and family. Scientist, mother, and superhero in her own right, Susan Storm's another one folks tend to get wrong. It was hard to figure out somebody who could play to all the different facets of Susan Storm's character until I remembered Westworld. Evan Rachel Wood has a subtlety and strength to pull off a really memorable performance for the Invisible Woman. When I think of Ben Grimm, I think of a rocky, tough exterior and a chewy center of sensitivity. Stranger Things' David Harbour would make a really great ever-loving thing from Yancey Street. For Johnny Storm, you're gonna need somebody who embodies the youthful spirit and rebellious nature of the Human Torch. CW's The Flash is a guy who fits that description in titular star Grant Gustin. I mean, if DC's unwilling to put him in a movie, why not Marvel? Now, if there was one criticism about my X-Men casting, a lot of people expressed their frustrations with my casting choice for Wolverine and suggested Dark Knight Rises and Mad Max's Tom Hardy. The reason I held off on this versatile thespian was because I was saving him for this list. As Dr. Victor Von Doom. Doom needs to be a peer of Reed Richards and an imposing human being, both physically and vocally. Tom Hardy has proven his abilities in both categories and will make for one badass Dr. Doom. Franklin Richards is a fun character, especially the more you know about Marvel lore. Normally, people doing Fantastic Four adaptations skip the Richards kids entirely, but since the Future Foundation is integral to my MCU Fantastic Four, we're gonna need one. For young Franklin, I picked Owen Vaccaro, on one hand because of Gordon-Levitt's casting, but also because you want an actor who looks the part, but could also deliver heavy lines of dialogue. The same can be said for Valeria Richards. I went with Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. She's got a bright future in acting, and I think she'd be able to do the young lady genius / goddaughter to Dr. Doom justice. She's able to elicit that look in her eyes that says, I voluntarily spend time with Dr. Doom. Now, I don't want to get too carried away with the extended cast of the Future Foundation, so I'll just toss out Simon Pegg for Dragon Man for obvious reasons, and Bryan Cranston as Reed Richards' long-lost father Nathaniel. Frequent love interest to Ben Grimm is daughter of the puppet master Alicia Masters. I like Olivia Wilde for this role. She's incredibly talented, she was Cora in Tron Legacy, and I think she brings something unexpected to this character. Now, while Fox might not believe it, I think the Fantastic Four have a few really great villains outside the iconic Dr. Doom. I think it's high time we see an on-screen Mole Man, and I think Nick Frost could do something new, interesting, and hilarious with that character. If you followed our X-Men casting call, I cast Christopher Eccleston as the Master of Magnetism known as Magneto, which frees up Michael Fassbender for a character in the MCU. I suggest the Negative Zone tyrant Annihilus for his imposing nature and really cool voice. And you can't have Alicia Masters without her evil genius father, the Puppet Master, whom I think would be brilliantly portrayed by Bill Murray. Yeah, you didn't think you wanted Bill Murray in the MCU, but here we are. Of course, another benefit of adding the F4 to the MCU is getting the original Devourer of Worlds and his Herald under one banner. While I think Galactus would probably be a computer-generated man in a Jack Kirby-designed suit, he needs an impressive but eternal voice. Enter Daniel Day-Lewis, who has a penchant for creating wholly original voices that blow your freaking mind. And you're gonna need Silver Surfer to be moody but powerful. Matt Smith has shown he can do the acting and physically demanding parts. Though truth be told, he'll probably just be CG anyway. And watching the whole thing unfold before us is Uatu the Watcher, tasked with chronicling the always unfolding minutiae of humanity. While everyone expects Stan Lee to be the Watcher, I say make Uatu a real character. Mark Strong's chilling voice and stern, immobile demeanor fit the bill for our bald cosmic voyeur. A proper Fantastic Four movie should be an adventure story, a family film, and a major spectacle. Edge of Tomorrow's Christopher McQuarrie can write an action-packed script that still manages to allow character development, but Brad Bird's directing would push it right over the edge. So there it is, my picks for the MCU Fantastic Four movie. Who should be the villain in their debut flick? Let us know in the comments. As always, if you like this video, give it a like and subscribe to our channel here on ComicPOP for 5 daily videos of comic book goodness a week.